Styx, Blades of Greed marks the return of everyone's favorite cynical goblin assassin, pushing the stealth-focused formula further with larger levels, expanded abilities, and more systemic freedom. After Master of Shadows and Shards of Darkness, expectations are clear: tight stealth design, vertical level layouts, and multiple ways to approach objectives. This time, the focus shifts toward ambition, power, and the cost of greed in a world driven by political manipulation and arcane resources. But does Blades of Greed sharpen the formula, or does it simply repeat familiar stealth routines? Let's break it down. Pros and cons. Starting with the positives, the level design is excellent. Maps are layered, vertical, and encourage experimentation. Stealth mechanics remain satisfying and flexible. Player freedom is significantly expanded through new abilities and tools. Mission structure rewards patience and creativity. Styx himself remains a charismatic, sarcastic lead who carries the tone effortlessly. On the downside, combat is still weak and feels like a punishment rather than a viable option. Enemy AI can occasionally be inconsistent. The story, while serviceable, lacks emotional weight, and some mechanics feel iterative rather than transformative. Gameplay Blades of Greed remains a pure stealth experience. Direct confrontation is rarely the right choice. Instead, success comes from studying patrol routes, manipulating light and shadow, and exploiting verticality. Level design is the standout element. Each mission unfolds across multi-layered fortresses, harbors, political estates, and industrial complexes. Rooftops, rafters, underground passages, and hidden routes give players multiple infiltration paths. Exploration feels rewarding because alternative routes genuinely change how encounters unfold. Styx's toolkit has expanded. Classic abilities like cloning and invisibility return, but new mechanics tied to resource management and environmental manipulation deepen tactical choice. Deciding when to use abilities becomes strategic rather than automatic. You can ghost through missions undetected or eliminate targets methodically, and the game supports both styles. However, combat remains limited. If detected, the experience shifts from empowering stealth predator to fragile escape artist. While this reinforces the stealth identity, it can feel restrictive for players expecting more mechanical flexibility. Story and world. The narrative centers around power struggles fueled by greed and control of magical resources. Styx operates within a morally gray landscape of corrupt elites and opportunistic factions. While the writing maintains Styx's sharp humor and sarcastic commentary, the overarching plot feels functional rather than compelling. It provides motivation for missions, but rarely delivers emotional impact. The world building is consistent though, and environmental storytelling helps reinforce political tension and exploitation themes. Stealth systems and AI enemy behavior encourages careful planning. Guards respond to sound, light changes, and missing patrols. Alert states escalate logically, though occasional AI quirks can break immersion. The stealth systems reward patience. Observation is key. Memorizing routes, identifying blind spots, and using vertical space intelligently creates satisfying, self-directed solutions. The game trusts players to experiment rather than forcing linear approaches. Visuals and audio. Visually, Blades of Greed maintains a stylized medieval fantasy aesthetic with improved environmental detail. Lighting plays a crucial role in gameplay clarity. Shadows are readable and vertical spaces are easy to interpret. Character animations are fluid during traversal, particularly when climbing and navigating rooftops. Sound design supports stealth mechanics effectively, with clear audio cues for footsteps, alert states, and environmental interaction. Final verdict. Styx, Blades of Greed does not reinvent stealth gaming, but it confidently refines what the series already does well. Its greatest strength lies in level design and player freedom. If you enjoy methodical stealth, vertical exploration, and creative infiltration, this is a strong entry in the franchise. However, limited combat depth and a functional but unremarkable narrative prevent it from reaching genre-defining status. For stealth purists, Blades of Greed delivers exactly what it promises: layered missions, meaningful player choice, and a protagonist who remains one of the genre's most distinctive voices. Final score, 8.5 out of 10.